Hey guys, welcome to this week's recap of RuPaul's Drag Race episode 12, Wigloose the Rusical. Okay, this is for the theater people, the theater queens, and I know, Marsha unfortunately did not make it to do this episode. So I would be so curious to know what character Marsha would have played. But I'm so happy with this final six queens that we have left. So, even though we could have wanted Marsha there, I don't feel like she was missed. I'm sorry. So, it's post-elimination, and in her confessional, Selena feels like Marsha should have been left. She should have been gone a long time ago. Honestly, she feels like, all the times that she was in the bottom, it should have been Marsha. It should have been Marsha and not Selena. And I just love Selena Esteti's confidence, okay? So the girls are gagged, of course, by Anitra's performance. Who wasn't, And Anitra is just ready for another win. I mean, these girls should keep their eyes out for Anitra, because if you gotta lip sync against any queen, you don't want it to be Anitra, because she is the lip sync assassin of the season for me, okay? So, of course, Lucy LaDuca and Lux London Noir. Wait, I just mixed up her name. Okay, no. So, of course, Lucy LaDuca and Lux Noir London, they are feeling happy because, they each have another win under their belt. But, Selena, she does not have not one under her belt, which is a little bit embarrassing at this stage of the game. But let's not count out Selena. She is still coming for these girls, okay? She's coming for the overall win. She says, I don't gotta win not one challenge. I just gotta win the final challenge, okay? And I love that about her. So, Sasha, she's, her placing low, it was a shocker, and it was a moment for everyone to realize not to get comfortable. But I'm not really too worried about Sasha. Everyone has a bad day, so it is okay. So it's close to the finish line, and RuPaul lets the girls know that they're doing a Rusical, and it's called Wigloose. So the girls are going to be the one deciding what parts are assigned to who. And that creates so much drama. So the girls, when they go over the role, Mistress immediately, she says she wants Preacher Teacher, which is the villain of the Rusical. And in the confessional, Lucy LaDuca, she wants to be Heaven Bacon, which is pretty much the star of the role, and it's a very serious role. And I'm like, come on, Lucy LaDuca, that is way too obvious. Like, I want to see her do something different, get outside her comfort zone. I get it that you always want to be the star, but you could be the star in another role. You don't have to always look for the lead to be the star. Anitra, she says she's feeling Mama Bacon or Preacher. And Sasha, she wants Carl, which is the nerdy, submissive husband of the villain, which I think is an interesting choice for her. Lutz wants to be either Heaven or Christian. And the same as Selena, she wants to be either Heaven or Christian. So Lucy let it be known that she really wants the role as Heaven, and she pushes Christian to Lux because it resonates for Lux. So Selena, she's clever, and she says, I'm gonna just snag and pull Christian and say I'm doing Christian, and let these two queens pretty much fight it out to what's a role they want. Okay, so Mistress, she got Lux back, okay, and she read the description of Heaven and pretty much say it's a young queer kid. And obviously that is Lux, because she's giving young queer kid, okay? And the open-minded jock that is Tuck, called Tuck, that resembles and is giving Lucy. So of course Lucy is not having that, and everyone is saying, oh, Lucy just wants the lead, it's not genuine. And at the end, Lucy feels that okay, she'll take Tuck, but she was a bit upset, and she was just doing too much. I feel like, Lucy, you're really becoming the villain of the season, and it's not a good look on you. But of course, Lux, she's gonna say that she will shine in any role that she's in. So she says she will give herself and do Christian, and then she lets Selena know that you're doing Tuck, when Selena wanted to be either Christian or Heaven, but Selena was okay with doing Tuck. And Lucy, she will be Heaven, and that now she has to kill it, pretty much. So it's so interesting how these roles were divided up, and I was living for every moment of it. Okay, so Rue enters the workroom, and they go over the Rusical with some of the people. So he first goes over the Rusical with Sasha, and this Rusical hits home for Sasha, because she can understand, of course, a closed-minded mindset and how it's affecting kids. And she goes into her relationship with her mother and how it changed because, when Sasha wanted to transition, her mom felt like, Sasha will be the only one in the family who will not get to go to heaven, and that, this kind of harmed their relationship to the point that her and her mother no longer speak to each other. So, Sasha tells Rue that she picked to do Carl in the Rusical, and Rue's face is like so priceless. He is gagged. He's like, why would you do that? Why did you pick that character? And Sasha says she's just excited to play something goofy, which I think is a good strategy to show, so dimension as you as a performer. Like, that's what I'm thinking for Lucy LaDuca. Like, Lucy LaDuca, they only see you as serious queen. Like, come on, that gets played out. So Lucy has a one-on-one talk with Selena, and she pretty much apologized for the whole situation of how it went down. And, she opens up to Selena saying that, how the situation went down reminded her of high school, how she was made fun of for speaking up. And Selena really cheered her up. Like, Selena had Lucy LaDuca's back. Like, Selena made her feel like, you can't let these girls get into your head. They just want to see you crack. And once they see that, they'll be able to penetrate and do what they want to do. And so, Lucy, of course, she takes some shots. She's like, she really feels like she led Lux to the win. And, she feels like she's a player that these girls gotta keep their eyes on, pretty much. So I'm like, okay, Lucy, this is supposed to be a moment that, you're putting out your heart out there. And of course, Selena, she's being sweet and she's like, helping you. But it's interesting enough what happens later in the episode, which is quite tragic given how kind and sweet Selena has been to her. So Anitra, she tells Rue that she is playing the part of Mama Bacon, and the reason why she chose this character is because she liked the tenderness of the character. And she kind of gets into how drag changed her life. It was that moment drag made her felt so normal and in place, and that happened when she went to her first drag con. And in that drag con, she felt like she was at home with her people, and this came after feeling rejected by her family. So she found her new chosen family, which is in drag, which I think is phenomenal for Anitra. I really do hope her family could see and watch her how she shines. So next, we get Selena Estitis, and she is going to play the character Tuck. So Selena, she makes Rue laugh. I feel like Selena, she's going to give you personality. She's going to make you laugh. Pretty much, Rue reminds her, not to let no saboteur get into your mindset. Just be you, and that is enough. Okay, her personality is enough, and I hope she sees that. And that is something that we can all take in for ourselves as viewers of RuPaul's Drag Race. So off to dance rehearsal. So the girls, they're at rehearsal, and we're gonna see which queens can dance, which one cannot. So Lucy, she's like in her confessionals, I've danced for years. And she's like ready to showcase her moves and how she gets down to let these girls know that she's not here to play. But what she was giving was very white. She was giving white. The motions were so rigid. And I'm like, Lucy, come on. The delusion of it all, okay? Anitra, of course, our known dancer. You know, she can do a freestyle and kill it. But when it comes to the trained choreography, she was a little bit in her brain, in her mind. So I'm like, oh no, Anitra, you can't not kill this. Come on. Okay. So when it was Lux's turn, all I can say is that the slayage, the attitude that was given, oof, it was chef kiss. I love Lux. Lux, okay. If not Lux, it could be Sasha Colby. If not Sasha Colby, Mistress. But those, I feel like, are the top three who's killing this game. I'm sorry, Lucy, not sorry. So for Selena, she kills Country Fantasy. And for Mistress, she's a little bit nervous. And I'm like, girl, you are not shy. But she's a slow learner. So she'll get this choreography. But, you know, Mistress, she always delivers, you know. So I am not worried for these queens. And I'm happy with our top 6. Okay. So we're in the workroom. And, you know, Mistress, of course, she's playing with Lucy. And, you know, the girls are getting into their role, getting into their character, and they feel for each other and their character. I feel like this is the most fun they have for any maxi challenge. You know, a lot of what's going on in the workroom and the discussions about drag is actually playing out in real life. So I'm happy this is actually being played out right now in the show, given the times that we live in. The girls, they talk about the protest that's going on drag, outlawing drag, and how, you know, this show is perfect in timing, because they get to be, you know, the front runners to really showcase what drag is all about, which is about finding inner confidence, you know, working as a team and performing. And I really did love seeing the girls having fun and getting ready for this Rusical. And all the politicians, you know, they should be assigned to watch RuPaul's Drag Race to see what drag is about, because I feel like what they have in their mind is completely what is in actuality. And, you know, we always talk about the inner saboteur taking, you know, control of our lives. And I do feel like, you know, a lot of people, they make judgments onto the show without actually watching the show to really know what it's about and what is the message. And similarly, you know, in live performance, they have shows for kids that they do cater to and be mindful of. And they have a time for adults where the adults get to, you know, be adults and enjoy a whole performance. So I feel like a lot of judgment is being passed on without truly knowing what a drag show is giving. And I feel like, come on, what a better opportunity or excuse for these politicians to go see a drag show. Come down here in Miami or other places around the world where they have known drag shows and support our queens, okay? So we're off to the main stage, and Mama Ru was giving hot. She is looking way too fine, okay? This is my favorite look for her this season, and I'm super excited for this look. I would definitely wear it myself. It was giving. So we get to see the Rusical, and oh my god, my thoughts is that pretty much I love Lux. Lux was so good. The little emotions that which she would emote in her performance was chef kiss perfect. I felt like Sasha, she slayed it. I'm like, oh my god, Sasha. Even though like they're playing like smaller roles, they were giving in that role. Anitra, she gave us body language. And I love how Selena looked when she transformed into her drag. I think she looked so good in that outfit. And I felt like this was so fun. I felt like I was watching like it was a real performance. Like it's not for play. They're really performing, these queens, what they're doing. Okay, it's an art form. So I really, 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 really enjoyed the Rusical. And every year these girls get better and better and better. Like I felt like last year was really, really good with Bosco. because they were giving like cabaret, and I feel like every year it just gets better and better and better. So I look forward to next year's performance. The other future queens, if you're watching and you're taking notes, be mindful. You better know how to do a theater performance, okay? So for the runway category is everybody say glove. And okay, so I was shocked that we were doing runways because I'm like, we only have 8 minutes left on the clock. So we did a quick little runway before we actually get to the critiques to who is the winner of the challenge. First, Lucy LaDuca, her fashion. So I gave her an 8.3. I thought she was cute. Okay, she was cute. That's all I'm going to say. Anitra's outfit, I gave it an 8.7. She looked hot in glove material. I love how she conceptualized her look. I loved it. I gave her an 8.7. For Mistress, oh my god, I feel like Mistress had the best look of the night. I gave her an 8.8. It was giving glamour, it was giving camp, it was giving over the top. She delivered to us all the way. For Lux, I gave her an 8.8. She is so different and she just lives in her world and we just got to eat it up. I loved her look. For Selena, I like the commitment. Selena, she's going to give us what she wants to give, and I can only respect that. So I actually gave this an 8.75, okay? 8.75. So with Sasha, you know, her outfit, that concept was so out of box. I completely would have never thought about that. I gave her an 8.8. And overall, I think like these girls are killing it. It's very close. It's very tight. You know, it's hard to be so critical for what everyone's giving on their perception of drag. So I am proud of all the queens. So everyone did phenomenal for me. In this week, the queens, this is a moment where a queen is asked who should go home and why. And I'm like, oh, that's when it gets really cutthroat. But first we get into the judges' critiques. For Lucy LaDuca, when it came to her Rusical, they loved her in the Rusical, but they hoped that she had fun because she tends to come off as a workaholic. I guess it's because we see Lucy always be one-dimensional in the sense that she's always the lead. She's always taking the hard part and she never looks like she's having fun. When it comes to her runway, they liked her look and they thought it was cute. Okay, I thought, you know, what I would have made a slight comment on is Lucy LaDuca. I feel like that it needed a bottom look. I felt like it was just giving upper look but no bottom look. It kind of was flat for me, in my opinion. For Anitra, she made that solo pop and, you know, they had a moment and she understood the role. I could see Ross Matthews get emotional for this girl. I can see how all the girls felt for her and her story, and she really delivered that in that role. I couldn't imagine anyone else playing that role. For fashion, they loved her look. She was giving. Now, when it came to Mistress, her solo was so well done and she had so much fun. They enjoyed her performance. And when it came to the fashion, they said she made Texas proud. They were pretty much gagged at the glamour. And of course, Mistress, she showed out. She showed big, you know. When it comes to Lux, and I think with Lux, I agree with this comment. They just love the gayness that oozes out of Lux so effortlessly. Like, she is loud and proud. And she's just that boss. Like, she just exudes gayness. Like, she is giving gay. And I love it. Okay. Lux, oh my god. Perfect name, perfect person. When it came to her fashion, they actually said this was one of their favorite concept on the runway. And, you know, I like that she's just, you know, she does what she wants and she delivers. Like, I feel like she gives what she want to give and it always delivers. Now, when it came to Selena, you know, Michelle Visage, she loved how, you know, Selena reminded her of Rosie O'Donnell, which I think is a good compliment, no? And when it came to her fashion, they gave her some critiques. They said there was so much going on in that jumpsuit that it kind of distracted the focus from the gloves, which is the focus point of this week's challenge. So I said, oof, Selena, you look like you're in the bottom again. Oh, girl. Now, when it came to Sasha, they asked Sasha why she chose to do that part. And when she explained it and said that, she resonates with this character and she wanted to play something different and it reminded her of her father, I felt like this is so smart for her to just change and be this character. And she showed a lot and she gave us a lot on the stage. She emotes so much emotions and I love to see her perform. And when it came for her fashion, of course, they ate up her look. Her look was so clever, so chic, so out of the box, okay? So, guys, come on. The best part is hearing what the girls got to say about each other on the main stage, okay? This is no untuck, honey. Okay, so Lucy LaDuca feels like Selena should go home based on track record. And I'm like, girl, Selena was just having your back, trying to keep you, out of your emotions when you feel like the girls were ganging up on you. Now you're gonna, throw your good Judy under the bus? That don't make sense. That's so fake. Ugh. I wonder if Lucy regrets that moment, okay? Anitra, she says Selena based on statistics. And I'm like, okay, math queen. For Mistress, she says Sasha because she's tired of being at the Sasha meet and greet. I'm like, okay, facts. True. That's honesty. Like, who wants to get rid of the person you think that's easy to get rid of? You want to get rid of, your real competitor. Okay? And when it got over to Lux, oh my God, Lux read all the girls. He goes in and gives props to all the girls pretty much, but also critiques. But with Lucy LaDuca, pretty much she said that Lucy's drag is generic. And now that she mentioned that, I do feel like a little bit like Lucy's a little bit generic. I'm so used to seeing that kind of queen. And the other girls, they just give something different that may stick and kind of be the nail in the coffin for Lucy, honestly. I'm going to keep an eye out. Now, when it came to Selena, I'm like, girl, you better step it up. So she defends and fight for her right to stay, okay? She does not see the future. She said she does not see the future in drag with Lucy. Ooh, that's a good one. She does not see the future. And I can imagine Lucy that ate her up. So I'm super excited for Untucked and for next episode for these girls to address what was said on the main stage. Because, girl. So when it came to Sasha said she had it here. She had enough of Lux and Lucy and they need to go home. She wants to get rid of the competition so she can take her crown. So that was, that was cute and all. But I know these girls are going in on each other in the backstage, okay? After this tea has been spilled. So, Rue lets us know who's safe, who's the winner, and who's up for elimination, okay? So, Mistress is safe. Lux is safe. I'm like, Lux was safe. Like, I love Lux. I felt like Lux, I could have seen her winning. Sasha, she's safe. Anitra is our winner of this episode. And I understood that. She really got us in our feelings about the character she played. So she gave in that moment. So, oh my God. We have Lucy and Selena up for elimination. I'm like, that's gagged. I would be so gagged if I was Lucy. Like, come on. So it's up for elimination and the girls are going to be dancing to Kate Bush running up that hill, okay? The girls seem like they're supporting Selena and they want Selena to eat Lucy up, like eat her up for breakfast, send her home. So in watching this performance, I kind of wish it was a different song, to tell you the truth. I felt like this should have been a moment where we get all the theatrics, especially after last week's elimination. But, I couldn't tell who was the winner. I felt like I was kind of rooting for Selena to stay just to say that she sent home Lucy. Like, I feel like Lucy needed to be humbled a little bit because I felt like how she came off in this whole competition. She was first a star for me, but then it started to diminish because of her attitude. You know, not many people want to work with someone with that kind of attitude. So at the end, Lucy gets to stay and Selena is eliminated. And she's like, I love her. She's like, are you sure? And I thought that was so cute. But I'm just wondering how this elimination gonna translate to next week and how Lucy performs. So it'll be interesting to see what the drama is gonna be about, because oh my god, it just keep getting better and better and better. But we do get to see a little preview, and next week is gonna be a beef with Lucy and Lux. And girl, you don't want no pieces of Lux. Lux does not back down. So I'm definitely looking forward to that drama. And I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe and join the gang. I appreciate every one of you who supports this channel, because it's a new channel and I want to bring you guys along in this journey. So please feel free to leave comments below to let me know what you think of the episode and what would you like for me to also recap, because you know this season is almost a wrap, so we need to get into some more gossip, some more tea. So take care and spread as much kindness as possible and be safe, guys. Take care. Bye bye.